We're going to start out today with a comment here from Jello6451. He says, love the series. Something I would like to see whenever is how to mod a team or complete a whole team in the mod series. Example, you have one on Chewie, R2, and Han, but not CLS in the 5th slot. Then he says something about second would be an analysis on keeping mods without speed. That's something I will do in a future video, but let's go back to the original comment. This is wonderful because I love when people leave me comments like this, because this is something I can't believe that I don't have done. I cannot believe I don't have a how to mod video on CLS. He's the first Hero's Journey character. He was the meta in the game for the longest time, and he's a character that most people are probably starting to be able to unlock or unlocking, and he's powerful and is part of a meta if you run him with the Han and Chewie team. This is why I love comments, guys. Even though you may think I don't read all of them, I read every comment because you're struggling for videos ideas. I'm struggling for video ideas. I see this and I'm like, yes, finally, I can get a CLS how to mod video done. And then you asked here on the 5th slot, I have a video on how to mod L337. That is definitely the character I'd put in the 5th slot here. So let's get right to it. Now, getting in here and reading Commander Luke Skywalker's abilities, really none of his abilities are going to affect how you mod him. There is one ability, and it's not Learn Control. It's Bind All Things. He has plus 40% potency. That's important. CLS, and it actually seems this way with a lot of characters, you either have all three, if they have 3 Zetas, you either have all 3 of them Zeted or only have 1 of them Zeted. It doesn't seem like people only have 2 or in the middle. But it binds all things. If you're going to Zeta him is the most important Zeta, because basically it's a leadership Zeta, but not in a leadership slot. So how do I mod him? Okay, I'm going to explain exactly how I mod him and why I mod him this way, and then how there's one variation that you could make that might help you out a little bit. Because if we do look at the first ability here, he's going to be inflicting speed down, defense down. He's going to be able to stun. He's going to be able to remove turn meter with use the force here and dispel buffs on them. So I have him modded for damage. I want him to come out there and just rock people. So I have a crit damage set. Now, if you have crit chance mods, you should be having a crit chance set on him as well. I don't have as good a crit chance mods. They are something I'm in the process of farming. We will look at the square first. The square always has a primary stat. An offensive primary stat. Now, yes, these are 6-dot mods, but it's the same thing if you have 5-dot mods in here, okay? Just run it the same way. You're just going to have a few lower stats. So I have the primary stat of offense, which is 8.5%, which I love that bonus offense. He's going to be dealing lots of damage. And this is, what are you looking for in the secondaries? You're looking for speed, offense, crit chance, and potency. This has 18 speed. I can't not put this mod on him. This is amazing. And then he has plus 45 offense, plus 358 health, and plus 5.24% defense. That's actually pretty good. So this is a great mod. Then I have the Diamond, plus 20% defense. Man, when you take this to 6 stars, he's really going to be... You go from 11.75 to 20% defense. It's definitely worth taking these mods to 6 stars. 5.23% protection, which is pretty darn good. Plus 14 speed, plus 4.18% potency, plus 28 offense. Now, I think I have a faster mod that I could put here, but it's that extra potency I like when I'm weighing the pros and cons, especially when you're going to run him in a Raid Han, Chewie, L3, R2 team. You don't need it. Speed isn't as important in that case. Now we will look at the circle. Primary stat, a plus 16% health. That's why it's also so nice to take the health mods to 6 dots. You go from 5.88% health to 16% health. I have some crit chance, 1.82% crit chance, 3.69% tenacity, plus 18 speed, and plus 2.49% offense. This is a good mod. I wish I had some potency in there as well instead of tenacity, but I'm not going to complain. Now we are going to look at the cross. I have a primary stat, 8.5% offense, secondary stats, 13 speed, plus 3.87% potency, plus 3.32% critical chance, and plus 29 offense. This is the ideal mod. Speed, potency, crit chance, offense, with an 8.5% offense in the primary stat. Now, this is the one mod that you could be switching out here, and let me explain why. When we go back and we look at his potency, it's only 19.05%. That's really low. We know he gains 40%, so this gets him to 59%. If you want that potency a little higher, do not feel ashamed at all to put a potency mod on him. I'll just find a potency mod here. So there we go. Do not feel ashamed to put this mod on him right here. Get his potency up even higher. I just like him dealing lots of damage, especially in the lineup I run him in. But potency is definitely not a bad idea there if it's something you want to think about. Now we will go to the triangle. Plus 42% crit damage. That's just amazing. In the secondary, we have 39 defense, plus 2.04% tenacity, plus 16 speed, and plus 2.83 health. That 16 speed, it's pretty darn good. Now the arrow. Ooh, I set a few people off with my with this here. Most people want to have speed here, okay? And that's not necessarily wrong. In the lineup I'm running him in, again, speed isn't as important. I'm looking to literally destroy the other team before they have a chance to go. So I have an offensive primary stat here. Plus 8.5% offense. Plus 19 speed in the secondary, which is darn good for an arrow. Plus 495 health. Plus 5.47% tenacity. And plus 2.32% protection. And not as, the secondary stats aren't as good, but the speed definitely outweighs that. Again, speed will outweigh everything. That is the most important primary stat. Okay, so I have the crit damage set. Again, if you have a crit chance mod set, and this is something I should mention, people think the crit chance mod sets are overrated, or I guess I do, and I'm thinking that I think like a lot of people at times, so they don't farm them. Definitely spend some time farming them. I'm not farming them as much right now because I'm working on getting materials to get mods to 6 stars, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of you guys should be too. It makes a huge difference in what you're doing. So there you go. When we look at his overall stats, he has a plus 250 speed. That isn't bad. It could be higher. If I have him, let's see, I'd get plus 11. I'd be at 261 if I had a speed in the primary of the arrow. The crit damage is 222%. Potency 19.05. Okay. Not very good, but he has that plus 40%. That's why you can determine if you want to switch things out. And then damage 4,118. That's what I'm looking for here, guys. Now, the crit chance is 52.05%. Yes, again, if I had a crit chance set, that would be higher, but I'm not as concerned about it because when I run him with Raid Han, which is most people run him with Raid Han, he's going to be giving crit chance up. And that's huge. So I don't worry about it as much because he's going to have that buff. Now, again, I've done a how to mod video on R2. And I have him basically set for all offense right now. I'll explain why. Because when we go into battle, I've showed you guys this before, his stats are going to transfer over to CLS. Okay, so we're going to go into battle here. And we're going to face the #1 team. Because I still struggle with Revan teams figuring out how to face them with CLS. And it just might not be possible. I'll have to come up with a few new ideas as well. So, Rebels. We're going to go with CLS, Han, Chewie, R2, and then the best tank, in my opinion, with this team is L3. Now, if you're facing a team that has Bastila in it, and it's Traya team, you probably want to put Thrawn in because you want to fracture Bastila. That's the best way to counter her at the beginning of the battle. But my goal is to just absolutely tear through this team right now. So who should we go through first? Oh, this is tricky when they have a Palpatine in the lineup. Let's try to tear right through Palpatine. Want to get rid of him. And I have guard on CLS, which is wonderful. So they can just, when he attacks, Chewie can attack, and that's going to do even more damage. Okay, let's give smokescreen to L3. And let's go like this. Okay, we're just going to start powering through. Want to get rid of Scion so he can't dispel. Want to make sure that he can't revive back to life. Okay, good start so far. Let's come in and do this. Now, I think it's going to be easier to get Thrawn out of here. Oh, she took out Chewie. That's not good at all. I think we'll survive though. Get Thrawn out of here so we can't continue to fracture. And now let's see. Let's work on Traya here. I get a stun. A stun is wonderful. Let's go prepared. Let's give crit chance up right now. Okay, and we're just going to start working. Okay, he annihilated R2, which is okay. I was hoping for that, actually. L3 would be better, obviously. but I want to make sure that we... Perfect. So now we're just down to Nihilus. And that stun there, look at that, guys. That's what's massively important. Let's get prepared again. And just keep working our way and tearing through Nihilus here. Let's give crit chance again. Now this is going to stun again, which is amazing. Now sometimes they don't take out Chewie right away. So the battle goes a lot differently. You're able to walk through it much easier. Let's stun again. But they did, but with all the damage you're able to do with this lineup, with CLS and the damage that he's going to be providing, and Raid Han, the damage he's going to be providing, let's give crit chance up again. And with that stun, which is amazing. And remember, I don't have a lot of potency on him. Let's finish him off here. There you go. Okay, you can tear through that lineup right there. And sometimes it goes, you know, sometimes it's easier than that. Actually quite easier than that, but as you can see there with CLS and Raid Han and Chewie, the damage that's done is amazing. So that's why you want to mod him to do damage for situations like that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, okay? If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video as well, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to all videos that I post. Leave comments in the comment section below as stated at the beginning of the video. That is so important to me. I probably should like them and heart them more, but I do read them, and guys, your ideas are amazing, so please keep them coming. I'm leaving a link to my Discord server and Patreon page in the description below. Otherwise, peace out, and may the Force be with you.